A stream. Thank God. Excellent. Finally into the game. Finally. Things screwed. We're going to see if Envy is on the lap right now, and we're getting a fat amount of lag right there. Not on the lap, so Robin is also not on the lap. We've got Mento, I believe, going to be the next man. Currently down by 0.03 of a second, and he's invalidated, so that'll be his lap. Well, oh. No, he's definitely not on a lap. This guy. Oh, a lot of people not on laps right now. All on in laps or out laps. For a CPI Rens here. Pull up the stream on my phone so I can follow along with the chat. Try to follow along with the chat anyway. Renz is invalidated now as I look back up. I don't know if that's a recent development or not. Robin's also invalidated. Defi is invalidated. Tonio right in the Alpha Tower is yet to invalidate. And although he's not going to get any help from this Alpine being in his way, I'm going to say that's a little sketch. Robin giving him the toe too. Down by a 10 through the first two sectors. He's going to have to make up all the time in the final sector. At least hope that he can. Turn 13 now. So almost a hairpin. Turn 14 now through the final corner. Crossline Tonio does not improve. He lost almost a tenth and a half on that lap. George Ansel across the line now improves by a little over a quarter of a second. He gives him a 17.049. And enough to improve up to what was P5, now P6 after Pavelli cross line puts up a 16.863. Reese, the absolute legend he is, inviting me back to the lobby, has put up a 17.127. It's good enough for P7. Benjamin, who's put up an 18.2. I feel like he might be a little outmatched here because he's put up a rather unfortunate time. Of course, this is only Q1. Oh wait, no, it's short quali because of the sprint race. That's right, I forgot. This week is the first sprint race of the season. At Australia, we got 2 yellows in sectors 2, end of 2, beginning of 3, and 1 in turn 12, I believe. Pavelli's run out of fuel, and the other, I believe, is caused by the Mercedes, not of Pavelli, but of George. With him or the AlphaTauri of Tonio. I would hope everyone would just... Oh, wait, no, because short quali, I doubt anyone's going to be just tiring in the pits. There's still 5 minutes left. We got a man leaving the pits. I believe it's the McLaren of Envy. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left and counting. Indy coming through the final few corners. Start, what'll be more than likely his final hot lap of the session. And right on board with the McLaren here as he crosses the line to start his lap. Top speed of 202 miles an hour as he heads into turn 1, immediately followed by 2. Opens up the DRS yet again. 4 DRS zones on this track. 194 miles an hour top speed down that second straightaway as he heads into turn 3. Third gear through here. Now fourth gear through turn 4, about halfway on the throttle. Turn 5. Sixth gear through here. Sixth gear at the end of sector 1 after turn 7. Down at another DRS straight as he's opened up the DRS now. Teammates way ahead of him. They might have. I think these two were planning on giving each other a tow, but it has not worked out quite that well. Quite the opposite. And a third gear here for turn 12 for the McLaren. Slight lift on the entry to that last one. Third gear to the final corner. He's about 85% on the throttle. Gets a little bit of instability in the rear. Out of the final corner, across the line now, it's going to be only an improvement of about 600ths of a second. He's going to keep P2 and increase his gap to P3 up to a 10th now. Now we've got the other McLaren of Mento. We've also got Ched, who's not improved through the first 2 sectors. What Red Bull do is he's dipped his outside tires into the grass a little bit. Shockingly, it doesn't upset the car. Through the penultimate corner, and now the final corner opens up the DRS one final time. To the line, it's going to be a 1:17.048 and beats out George Ansel by 1/1000th of a second. It's up to P6 for the Red Bull. And Solly's retired. Oh, he's in the pits. Mento may have invalidated his lap. Perhaps just did a real big mess up. Just about everyone and their grandmother is on an outlap right now, with the exceptions of Envy, Renz, Mento, and Might, among others who are now crossing the line. Oh, and we got a spin. It's for Benjamin. He's lost out of the final corner. He's lost his front wing, which means unfortunately he's going to be starting all the way in the back of the P15 for this race. We got another car that's crashed. This time it's Mento. Hold on a second. Mento might be out on track. Mento is out on track. He's retired on track. He's holding up the Alfa Romeo of Defi, or at least he did. There's the car, the McLaren, only saw it for a moment there, of Mento as he's retired out on track. That's not going to help him out at all. Bolt has gained almost 1/100th of a second, only about 100th. Through the first sector, the checkered flag waves now. The first man that's going to cross the line is going to be the Aston Martin of Renz. What can Renz do is he's coming out of the final corner now. He's opened up the DRS and coming to the line now. It's going to be an improvement of almost 2/10. It's up to P5 for Renz. 17.024. Next man is Robin83, 10.14. Comes across the line. He does not improve. George Ansel does improve though. It's P3 for the Mercedes. 16.788. Over a quarter of a second of improvement there. Defi, despite getting held up, still improves by 1/10 and a half. It's going to be just enough. He's giving it. Oh wow, Tonio giving his teammate an enormous tow, but it's not enough to give him any more than P11. Oh, that's heartbreaking for the AlphaTauri driver, I imagine. Especially considering Tonio was only going to be P7. Sinak goes up to P6. It's the third row lockout for the Alfa Romeos. Benjamin, the final man to cross the line. He's not been able to improve due to his broken wing. It's going to be P15 for the Mercedes driver. And my viewership has gone from 2 people to 16 since I last checked. How are we all doing, folks? And that is qualifying over. SRT Might over 3/10 ahead of P2, and he didn't even put up another lap. I mean, wow. What? God's green earth. 32.464 in the final sector. That is just genuinely stupidly fast. My guy might be on the edge of esports level. Holy crap. P2 only a 32, almost just over a tenth off of him in the final sector alone. I mean, my God. Those are some intense times. Wish I'd have been here for it, but Twitch didn't want to work with me. I've only just realized we don't have a single Ferrari in this field tonight. Rather interesting. Top to bottom, we've got SRT Might, Envy, George Ansel, Pavel, Jeffy, 6. So I'm going to call him again so I can get an update on what his name is. Got Reese, B07, Tony O'Wright, CPI Renz, Ted, Robin, Bolt, Solly, Mento, Benjamin, and SRT Clark. Two drivers here with the SRT tag in their name, and you got a SRT sandwich here. Got one man in P1 and one man in P last. Just about everybody on the medium tire. The only exceptions, of course, being 6, Reese, Antonio, all on the softs, which there would be no benefit gained from picking the hards. All you would be doing kind of is just screwing your race in case you need the hards. Even if you had 2 sets of hards, it'd still be kind of dumb to pick a set of hards in the sprint. It's only 10 laps. Softs might be able to get to the end here, but it's going to be a bit of a close call, I think, personally. Mediums will easily get to the end. Mediums should be all right by the end. They'll definitely feel worse for wears, but they won't feel the worst. Our friend we're waiting on here now is just the Red Bull of Solly. We can expect 2,000 GP to happen around the year. And we got a lot of random position changes here. We've got 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go here for the sprint race at Australia. Getting the worst camera angle in the history of humanity. Finally, here we go. Might just get the phenomenal start off the line. Envy following him soon after, and we got side by side the rest of the way. 3 wide now for P3 between Pavelli, Jeffy, and oh boy, we got a lot going on here. Pavelli going a little wide, shoving off with Alfa Romeo. It doesn't matter, the other one's right there at 6. It goes up from P6 to P3 before the end of the first sector. side-by-side fighting. Deppy trying to take P5 away from George Ansel. Belly trying to take P3 from 6. George now using his ERS, trying to get past both of these two. Oh, very wide for George. George all the way in the gravel. He's going to lose a ton of positions. He's down to P11, P12 maybe. Yes. Mento dives down the inside. Not really. It certainly doesn't help the Mercedes of George. And George goes off the track once again. That's just a bad move from the McLaren there. There's really no reason for a dive bomb there. Turn on lap 1. Setting yourself up for failure later on. And despite mighty pole position he took, he's not pulling away from Envy. In fact, Envy is right on his gearbox here. These two are pulling away from the rest of the pack. 0.6 seconds on 6 and continuing the gap. Unless, of course, 6 starts using these soft tires to his advantage. I think he would have been able to do on that first lap. He should have been able to keep up with top 2 at the least. Head getting past Reese, P6. Three-way fight here still for P3 in the sprint race between both the Alfa Romeos and Favelli. Got yellows in the baggage for SRT Clark. He's lost it. Out of the high-speed chicane. Watch him for a moment, see if there's any damage on the car. Good news, there's not. We keep going. Not that I can see. Height takes fastest lap yet again. He must not have been much. Envy must not have been much slower. No, he's about 73 thousandths of a second slower there. George Ansel, the first man in the race with a 3-second time penalty. Clark is in the pits. Another yellow is for Clark. He's retired in the pit. He's going to use every ounce of ERS he's got to pass the Alfa Romeo, and that was a bad angle. Ooh. He's gotten the overtake done on 6. P3 for the Aston. Oh my God, I don't know how he kept that in control. He's got DRS yet again. He must not have passed 6 until right after the detection point. Perhaps that's a double detection point there. But I think it is, actually. Wow, that's the camera angle for P5? Okay, whatever. Not a whole lot of passing going now. A lot of following the leader. I wonder whether Stitch is going to try and overtake him. I imagine he will. Around the outside. And got the move done. It's P3 now. Once again for 6. You got Reese losing 2 positions. He must have had a really poor run through the chicane. Ooh, contact between him and Robin. Oh, Robin with a lot of oversteer there. And oh, we got Deppy around. What's happened to him? He's missing an end plate. Gonna have to hope that he gets that front wing changed. Meanwhile, Envy's taking fastest lap. Still not able to get past the Haas, though, of Might. better angle there, I guess. Still not able to get past though. We're gonna go back here to P3. Yeah, much better battle in holding for P3 than for P1. Watch on board with Ched. He's gonna get a front row seat to this. Pavelli's gotten the move done before the DRS protection point. Ooh. Ched thought about the move on 6. Thought about it again. Oh! It's Pavelli around! Pavelli's around! And he's gone from P3, fighting for P3, I should say, down to P14. And that's going to be all she wrote for him, I imagine. Thought either Renz or Robin for a moment there would start to lose it. Renz almost diving down the... Oh, he did dive down the inside. Oh, more contact here through the final corner. This is the worst part of the track you could have contact at. You just know there's pretty much no chance of saving that car. Lucky for him, he was able to. Mento gets past Reese for P8. Oh, massive contact there. Going to send Reese off. Pavelli's retired in the pit. Defi, I imagine, will follow. He has. So we got 13 people now. George Ansel dives down the inside of Reese. P11 now for the Mercedes. Right at the front, everything's starting to spread out. I don't know what happened between Might and Envy, but Envy has lost 3 seconds from Might. 6 is still just behind Ched, but Ched is starting to push as hard as he can. Ched might not even have to push all that hard because of how old 6 tires are now. Oh, as soon as they say something. Oh, Jesus. Nearly hit the wall. He just barely saved it, and he's lost over a second now to Ched. I should say about a second. Ched. Antonio Wright is starting to catch up to the Alfa Romeo as well. I think he's going to get DRS here, though. We've got cars around. I think it's Renz and Robin. What happened to these two? Solly gets down the inside of Robin, and it's P12 now for the Red Bull. No, he backs off. Might have been an illegal overtake there. Not sure. Reese now with a 3-second time penalty after that extension in turn 1. He's technically out of turn 1. Everyone's starting to spread out a good bunch. The exception of the guys back here for P7 between Benjamin, Bolt, George, and Reese, all trying to get P7 off of Benjamin. Of course, all the guys behind Benjamin have gotten penalties, so Benjamin can let them all through if he wants to. He's got to stick close to him. Oh my God, oh no. Not the place you want to go side by side. Everyone keeps it clean. We're good. Wow. Now I gotta apologize for the camera angle there, folks. I can't get very many good camera angles. If there was a helicopter angle, I would take it 10 out of 10 times. But I just sometimes you gotta go with what you can find. Oh boy, got a lot of contact, a lot more contact there between Bolt and Ansel. Look at the top left part of the screen. You can see that Might is just continuing to pull away from Envy. I mean, Might might be in a tier all on his own. This is seriously nuts how fast he is. Right is caught up to the back of 6. 6 has started to catch back up to the back of Ched. One's going to be able to make a move on each other though. So Renz has now gotten a 3-second. Reese has gotten past Renz. It's P9 now for him. Benjamin's allowed George Ansel to go through. I'm not sure what he's planning here. An ultimate lap of the sprint race.
Grandstands here today. Hoping to see their favourite drivers battle it out.
And 6 catch up to the back of the Red Bull. Oh, he's definitely not going to be able to get him here. Not close enough. Tonio is getting closer, though, to the back of 6. SA Bull has retired in the pits. I said into the pits, but no. Retired in the pits. It's out. 10-4 for him. He'll be starting the race P13. We got 6 real close to the back of Ched here. Really close. Only about a car length and a half behind the back of the gearbox. Doesn't look for a move here. Oh, he peeks the inside anyway. I don't know how he's kept up with Ched here on his tires. Going over to Might. Crossing line now for the final lap of the sprint race. Back over down here. Nick's having a terrible run through those final few corners. He's lost. He's down by almost 8/10 there for a moment. Robin with a 3-second time penalty. Reese getting past Benjamin. Benjamin having a very poor exit out of the chicane. Gotta stay within 3 seconds of Reese, I believe. 3 seconds of him and 6 seconds of his teammate. Okay, well, Benjamin's definitely getting at least P7. Could even get P6 off of Mento at the end of getting another penalty. 6 has gotten past Ched. And look at how tight it is between these 3. I mean, my God, this is not going to be fun. It's 3 wide. No, maybe not. Oh, contact between the Red Bull and the AlphaTauri. Tony O'Wright looking for the podium off of Ched. Oh, bumps again. Oh, and Ched just turns Tonio. Might win the sprint. He's going to be P2 for Envy. And Ched has just turned Tony O'Wright. He's gone from what would have been P3 or could have been P3. So P6, maybe 5? P6. P3 for Ched, 6, P4, followed by Mento, Tony O'Wright, Reese, George Ansel, your final point scorer, Benjamin P9, followed by Ren, Solly, Robin, P12.
Than any other country. Over a quarter of which
Alright, and there are your point scorers. I'll say your driver of the day for the sprint is Mento. He gained 9 positions throughout the race. There are your 2 drivers, others that retired from the sprint. And I will be right back. guess we've got formation lap back on, so I guess that's been fixed, so good news there. From the back, our tire order is hard, medium, soft, 2 mediums, a soft, 4 mediums, a hard, and 2 softs for the front row. And your order of drivers from back to front, we got SRT Clark, Pavelli, Jeffy, S.A. Bolt, Robin, Solly, Renz, Benjamin, George Ansel, Reese, Antonio Wright, Steve Boyden Minto, Sixnack, I think is how you say it, Ched, Envy, and finally Mike P1.
Okay, this is really poorly timed. I was hoping I'd get more time before the formation started. That matter ended, but I'm gonna do something. I'll be right back in about 2, maybe 3 minutes, hopefully.
The highest of any team in Formula One history. They came close 5 times in 1978, 1980, 81, 85, 1997. Hello to everyone here and welcome. And a special shout out to our VIP guests, Lars Hammer and Arthur Jackman. Thank you.
DRS has been enabled. And so we've had a handful of drivers with brand new hards on. So something must have happened between these four. Maybe separately, maybe together. And we've got Benjamin back in the pits again. I'm a little confused, and he's probably gonna retire here. Holy mother of God. After just one lap, we got 3 for Pavelli. After 2 laps, we got Pavelli, Robin, Clark, all with 3 seconds each. 6 for Bolton, Ansel, 15 for Reese. All right then. Not exactly sure what's happened, but wow. Look at your Reese. You gotta hope for 15 seconds. Or what? You gotta hope for either 5 of the guys ahead of you to crash out, or hope for enough safety cars that you can remove all these penalties.
No one with the surname Hill has ever failed in winning a World Cup. For example, Graham Hill, David Hill, and Phil Hill are all
20.33 for Mite after just 3 laps on those softs. Absolutely nuts times to be putting up. Once again, 6. Cannot keep up with these guys. He's in no man's land right now. He's almost 2 seconds ahead of Shed, but he's over 1.8 behind Envy. And it looked like he just hit the wall. I doubt that, but kind of what it looked like. We got a position change here for P12 between Renz and Clark. Renz is taking P12 towards Ansel. Takes another 3-second time penalty. That gives him 9 now. How is he already at 9 seconds in penalties? That's 4. Not even 4 full laps. You got yellows in sector, beginning of sector 2. It's for Clark. He's lost it. I'm not sure what's happened to him, but out of front wing. Jeez, man. Jeez. Not close enough to make the overtake there. Don't think he's going to be close enough to do it here either. We got another yellow here. This time it's for Shed. I don't know what's happened to Shed, but we got another yellow in sector 3. It's for Clark again. More contact between Shed and Tonio. Might be Tonio letting Shed know he was not pleased with the incident they had in the sprint race. Actually a good angle. Clark, after 4 laps in the race, he's retired in the pits. Didn't have a very good race from start to finish, and now he's out of the race. Unfortunate. Clark, gonna watch and see if he comes out. No, car disappeared in the pits. Good news there. I'm gonna have to worry about a rogue AI. Head has now lost P6 Memento. Down to P7. We got another yellow in sector 1. It's turn 2 for the Red Bull Asali. Not sure what's happened there, but might be involved with his tires being pretty worn here. Tonio getting the move done on George Ansel. It's P4 now for him. guessing the two DRS zones on the back straights are definitely a double detection, similar to the front straight ones. Right, still 1.3 seconds off the back of 6th. George Anson's going to get a free shot here, probably try and overtake into turn 3. It's too far back, though. There's no chance he's going to be able to do it. Going to keep riding along with Tony. Let's see if he can catch up to 6th. Oh, we saw a big snap of oversteer from the McLaren of Mento. 6th now with a 3-second time penalty. That's not going to help him. Antonio once again without DRS here. He's going to put him in a very vulnerable position to the Mercedes of George. We got a safety car. What's happened? Jeffy's around. He's missing his front wing, and that's going to be enough for his safety car. Might and Envy, I assume, are going to have to pit. I mean, either they pit or they're out of luck. Mike crossing the pit line. Tonio comes in after just 6 laps on the medium. Everybody's coming in, even Ched. 6 with a 5-second speeding penalty. Robin Bolt is the first of the, frankly, sensible hard runners to stay out. I don't know why he started on the hards. Only 7 laps on the hards, and then you pit. Like, that's a really bad strategy, unless the hards are just that bad around here. And look at this. Literally everybody came into the pits, except the top 3. We've yet to find out whether Reese and Jeffy will pit. Ren's only 5 laps on the hards and then pit. Back onto the mediums he started with. Reese also pitting, Jeffy pitting as well. So just the top 3 stayed out. Absolutely astounded by that decision from everybody. Reese and Jeffy also going back onto the mediums they started the race on. What actually is happening right now? He's gonna dive into the pits now. This is just a bad, very poorly timed pit stop from Knight. Envy also pitting. George Ansel, hold on, what has just happened? George Ansel pulled into the pits and he's retired. Oh. Well, okay. S.A. Bolt, the only man now still out. The only man on track now without a single pit stop. Safety car will be in this lap. Your safety car restart order will be as follows. Bolt, Antonio, 6, Mento, Shed, Favelli, Robin, Folly, Ren, Light, Envy, Reese, Deffy. Good news for Reese and Deffy is they're able to catch back up to the lead pack finally. First time all race. Got Bolt trying to go a little early. I wouldn't go early if I was Bolt personally. Manto left the session. So has Clark. And there's no inviting anyone back. I wonder if Bolt lets his teammate through, and if he does, he's going to defend for him as well. But it looks like exactly what he's going to do. Oh! Mento's just been taken out by Ched. Ched strikes again. First Tonio, now Mento. Mento all the way down to P13. If I'm Bolt, I would not feel safe around the Red Bull. I'm going to be honest. I don't think I would feel very safe. Ched is on the sauce. And unfortunately for Tonio, Bolt didn't do a very good job of defending. In fact, he only really defended him for about everybody for about a corner. Not even. Not his fault, of course. 6 did a very aggressive dive bomb into turn 3, trying to make sure he didn't get defended. Tonio diving down the inside. He's not able to get much going there. 6 losing the rear end a bit. Renz is out. What has just happened in the back? Wow, Renz is just crashed. I don't know whether that was on his own fault or what, but it's going to lead to another safety car. Envy got passed with both Deffy and Mento. And this safety car really helped out Reese. He's up to P8 now, and after passing both the guys ahead of him in the pits, he's going to be P6. Reese from about P15, P14 to P6. This is a huge turnaround in fortune for the Haas driver, for the other Haas driver, the main Haas driver they have right now, might of course. Back up to P5, and this has hurt anybody, just about everybody, I should say, frankly. That isn't Might. Favelli after a lap on the sauce has decided to stay on those tires. Fair, you had a handful of guys who took this off the entire sprint race, so he can definitely go a little longer, but I don't know if he wants to be, I don't know if you want to be forced to go longer on the sauce than about 7-8 laps. Safety car number 2 now. Man in the pits. Daffy is pitting on his set of sauce. No, he's pitting off of his sauce onto another set of sauce, changing his front wing as well. I'm not really sure about the soft to soft strategy here. I don't think it's going to help him get to the end. But I don't think it's definitely not. Best case scenario, he'd have to pit about lap 22, 23. He's on a lot more fuel than he was in the sprint race, so he might not be able to make those softs last to the end. or make those softs last to lap 22 or 23. You might have to pit lap 20 or 21. Safety car restart order, unless the safety car doesn't come in this lap, will be 6, Tonio, Savelli, Robin, Might, Reese, Envy, Shed, Bolt, Solly, Mento, Jeffy. And the safety car will be in this lap. That will be your restart order. Like 6 is going now, halfway through turn, the final corner. Doesn't really catch out Tonio or anybody off. Nobody really gets caught off except for Bolt, who's about 8/10 off of Shed. I mean, look at that. Solly also about 5-6 tenths behind Bolt. The guys in the back definitely got caught off guard. Indy diving down the inside. Not going to be able to keep the momentum going through there, though. He's going to back out. Going to lose another position to Chad to try to make the move for P6 on Reese there. Like here, Keith back here up at the front. Got Might trying to make the move around the outside of Robin. He's going to make it work. I don't know how he's got that kind of speed advantage over Robin. That is definitely something. Duffy losing a position. In fact, Duffy losing a lot more than just that. Oh, look at that. He's around the virtual safety car. Okay, anyone who was under on fuel for this race, or at least started this race under on fuel, is definitely going to be happy with this virtual safety car. It's going to allow them to definitely get to the end. If of course, the safety car, 2 safety cars didn't already do that for them. Got Duffy into the pits. He's just not had the best start to this race. It's green flag back out. Duffy's retired in the pits right away. Huge fight here for P5 between Reese and Robin. You got Shed right there in the mix too. Ooh! Robin almost losing it. Envy almost running into the back of Shed. At the front, Cavelli's taking the lead from 6. Oh boy, we got a very close 5-way fight here for P6 between Robin, Envy, Shed, Bolt, and Mento. Robin going defensive here. Oh, he goes too deep. He goes too deep, he's going to lose 2 positions to Envy and Shed and Mento. Maybe even Bolt. No, Bolt backs out. We're right on board with Bolt. We're going to see this fight here. DRS has been enabled as they cross the line. Mike gets past Tonio. But he's sitting still. And look at how much ERS he's still got. I mean, what incarnation. Robin with the 3-second time penalty now. We got a yellow. It's Reese. He's out. What's happened to Reese? The safety car. Reese is in the wall. Just before turn 5. And we start with 16. We're down to 10. we're less than halfway through this race. It's our third safety car. Solly getting a drive-through. Perfect opportunity for Pavelli now to pit off the softs, go on to the mediums, and go to the end. Unless, of course, he started on the mediums. Which, actually, we're going to check. No, Pavelli started on the hards. He hasn't touched the mediums yet. He only did 8 laps. Oh, that's right. He only did like 7 laps on the hards and then 7 here on the softs. Pavelli 6 stays out. So does Mike. Tonio pits. Indy stays out, Ched stays out, Mento, Robin, Bolt pits, Solly stays out. Got 4 people in the pit, 6 staying out. Beats Pavelli by a good chunk. Pavelli onto the mediums. You should get the mediums to the end from here. You should. Both the AlphaTauris have pit. They are onto the soft tires. I'm not sure by that strategy there. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but it's definitely close to impossible to get the softs to last from here on. Especially if you've got any extra fuel in the car. Any amount of extra fuel is going to just mean more weight on the tires. Another man in the pit, Robin. So about 9 laps on the hards, he's going to go on to the softs. And again, I just don't think you want to go on to the softs from here to the end unless it's going to rain. And the track is getting darker. But there's still more than enough sunlight out there for the rain to be at least another 10 laps probably out. 10 minutes. I don't know about laps. We're still into the safety car. Safety car will be in this lap, so your safety car restart order 6, Might, Envy, Ched, Mento, Solly, Pavelli, Tonio, Bolt, and finally Robin, starting at the tail of the field in P10.
Sits over the
We're going to be back under green flag conditions as they're crossing the line now. 6 leading the way. Keeping a good lead right now. How much longer until Might tries to makes the move on him, I should say, coming through turn 5. Antonio Wright gaining a position on Solly. It's P6 now for the AlphaTauri. Keep our eyes here on the front. Getting a good front row seat here between 6 and Might. Might looks like he's gotten the move done. Envy looks for the move for a moment. Wasn't meant to be. 6 getting a 3-second time penalty. That's not going to help him. Envy looking around the outside. It's going to be P2 for the McLaren. Almost contact between the two. Oh! 6 losing it a bit out of that last corner. Going to lose another position to Ched. Now 6 has got to worry about Antonio Wright. Of course, we're going to keep on board with Envy, even though he's lost a second to Might now. Antonio now gaining the position on 6. It's P4 for the AlphaTauri. Top 4 with no penalties. Solly in the pits. All he's got to know is that if he stays in this race, gets to the end of lap 26, you're guaranteed at least a point. So everyone in this race is guaranteed a point if they get to the end of lap 26. Keyword here, if you don't get to that point, you will not score anything. Oh boy, Tonio with an absolutely ballsy move, and look at that, he's got it. It's P2 for the AlphaTauri. He's got the double overtake on Ched and Envy. An absolutely phenomenal move from the Brazilian. I can't even believe he actually tried that. He was in the grass for a moment there. Pavelli up to P6 on those newer mediums as well. He's going to be having a lot of pace compared to these drivers on much older tires. Antonio is just reeling Might in like he's sitting still. The gap now only 6 tenths and closing. DRS has been enabled. Antonio Wright takes the fastest lap at 1:19.374. Oh, and Might, not a great entry to turn 1. That's going to give Tonio even more momentum on his side. More positive momentum lift. 6 now dropping from P1 to P5, and he's got to try and keep Pavelli back. Pavelli's got to get through him quickly if he wants to continue his march through the field. Good news is Pavelli only has 3 seconds. 6 has 11. 6 for Robin behind, and Bolt has 9 behind him. The 2 drivers behind him have no penalties. He's just got to pull. He's got to get past 6 and pull away. Follow that with an overtake on somebody else. Oh, contact, I think, between 6 and Robin. Pavelli with another 3 seconds. Tonio has gotten the lead. It's P1 for the AlphaTauri. All the DRS going. It's gonna take a bit of work for him to get away from the Haas. Gonna have to hope that Might has a really poor run through turns 1 and 2, and then again through 3, 4, and 5. Be able to get away from him. Envy has lost it. It's in the tire barrier. It is if it's not stuck, so to be able to get away. Bolt now getting past 6 for P6. A 3-way fight right now for P6. All 3 of these guys got DRS. Oh, just barely keeping it out of each other. But they keep it clean. And the track, since I mentioned the cloud cover, the track has gotten exponentially darker. Makes one wonder if there's going to be rain on the way. And if there's rain, how hard is it going to rain? Oh, look at that. Oh! Tries to take a bit of a defensive line. Antonio tries to take a bit of a defensive line on the Haas of Might, but just wasn't able to, it just didn't matter how much momentum he had, it just didn't matter. Antonio, without DRS, dives down the inside of Might, and he gets the move done. He's back to P1 for him. But he's not able to pull away much because these two keep fighting. The more these two fight, the more it's going to allow Pavelli and company to catch back up. You got Ched going way out wide. I'm not sure what for. Might takes P1 once again. Oh boy, side by side still. No, Antonio slots in behind him. A very, very good battle for P1 right now. I'm not sure either of these two are going to be able to make it to the end on their tires, though. Pavelli can easily make it to the end on his tires for reference. Robin, I'm not sure about either. Ched, I don't know. Possibly. Hard runners can make it to the end on their tires, but they're not, definitely not going to be feeling great. Of course, with the lack of cloud, with the abundance of cloud cover, I can't imagine their tires feel very good right now. I think they need the sun to come out so they can get some more heat. Antonio not close enough to the back of Might to be able to get a move done back on him.
The inaugural World Draw.
Antonio lost half a second to Might that last lap. And Might, despite having so much battery left, is still just so fast. Robin getting past Pavelli for P3. And Ched is right behind them both. Might be able to get them both. Might putting up a personal best sector 1 on 14 lap old mediums. That just doesn't even make sense. Respectfully, I just can't understand it. 14 lap mediums anywhere, you're not putting up a best anything. Maybe best top speed in case you're getting a tow in DRS or something, but otherwise it's absolutely flabbergasting me. Someone could be putting up a lap that fast on 14 lap old mediums. Lost over a second in the final two sectors. That makes a lot more sense. I mean, sheesh. I don't even know if he had DRS in the first two straights when he put up that improvement. The amount of ERS he's used versus the pace he has currently has also got me absolutely flabbergasted. I don't know what is going on there. 6 laps to go, and Antonio and Wright look like the only two that can possibly win this race, with these three still fighting for position. Well, no, Ched's still a little too far back with DRS, but oh, Might loses it out of the high-speed chicane. And that might be all she wrote for the Haas, unless Antonio's tires continue to fall off like they have. Which is very possible.
In attendance, hoping to see their favourite drivers battle it out on track. The Nürburgring is the only F1 track to have hosted 3 different races. The German Grand Prix, and Luxembourg.
Robin is only a second off of Might. I think if Robin catches up to him, Might definitely going to have a really tough time. Only 1.5 back now. He's caught up by about 3/10 since that near crash. Game audio is loud. Man, I wish somebody would have told me that. No one said a word. Sheesh. I didn't even know it was that loud. My ears are absolute crap, so that's why I usually have my audio loud. Otherwise, I can't hear anything. Might almost a tenth up in the first. Oh boy, we got rain. Almost a tenth up in the first two sectors. We have got raindrops, and they look to be coming down a little quicker. You'd think we're right on board the Aston Martin because it's got that black halo. Can't tell with the white halo on the Haas. I almost said Mercedes. I don't know why I said Mercedes. There isn't one in the race. It's not one anymore. Hashtag sad. I don't know if it's going to be enough rain for anyone to even think about pitting. But with this rain, all this is going to do is help out Tonio. On the soccer compound, the tires might not have much grip left, but they're going to have more grip than a 17-lap-old set of mediums. I'd say a lot more, frankly. Both sets were only 10 laps old, and I would say that Might probably has more grit, but for sure it's going to be going Tonio Wright's way. I think, though, Might is definitely going to be pushing as hard as he can. He's not using any ERS, and look at how fast he is. That's almost too suspect. I mean, that's got to be something. Either he's running a stupidly low wings, or something is up. It makes no sense. He's so fast without using the ERS. That's insane. I'd say now if you're Tonio, if you're close enough, you got to use every ounce of ERS you got. You got to use DRS and then just get away. Look, he only uses a short little burst, and he's not faster, but he's not slow either. This might be Tonio's last chance to pass the Haas. I mean, he's as fast as he is with his DRS. It might be because Tonio wasn't using ERS, I don't know, but oh, and Pavelli's gotten past Robin for P3. I don't know if either of these two are going to keep their position. Probably not with the 6 seconds they both have. Oh, and 6 is in the wall. What has just happened? And it's a reset the track. Okay, well, that's not great. Bolt getting past Mento for P6. Still not enough water on the track for it to warrant pitting off of the... Well, I mean, in 6's case, he's got to pit. He's got to serve a 5-second. But look at this. Might is just pulling away, and he still hasn't really used a whole lot of ERS, and he's just objectively fast AF on straights. It's kind of crazy. I mean, either this guy pulled out literally the perfect setup, or I don't know, like... Mento getting back past Bolt, despite being on older cards. Of course, Bolt is on 12-lap-old sauce, but we're gonna stick with these two now for sure, the rest of the way. Coming to the end of the penultimate lap now, the final lap of this Australian Grand Prix here for Tier 1. If we hadn't had those, what, 3-4 safety cars in the very beginning, we never would have hit the rain. Oh, Tonio is all over the place right now, and I'm not sure if that's lag or if he's actually losing it, but I just don't think he's going to be able to catch back up to Might now. We have an anticlimactic end to this race, I'm not going to lie. We saw Might lose it real hard out of the high ski chicane about 5-6 laps ago, and then since then he's just been completely perfect with his throttle inputs and everything. Coming out through the final 2 corners. Looks like it's going to be the Haas of SRT Might who's going to win the race. P2 is going to be Tonio Wright. P3 after penalties is going to be Ched as he's out of the final corner now. He's going to cross the line. It is P3 for the Red Bull driver. Vivelli P4. P5 Robin. Mento. Bolt. Envy.
We might be used to blisteringly fast pit stops. Some even
P8. P9 is going to be 6. Unfortunately, he just fell off really hard after that last safety car restart. He just couldn't get anything going for himself. Unfortunately, he's going to finish all the way down to P9. Ho, 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 ho. Almost crashed out. It still would have been P10 for the Alfa Romeo, but I imagine he'll be much happier with P9. Finally, it's going to be Solly all the way down in P10. The drivers who took their softs 14 laps here. 14 laps on the softs. Out of the final corner now, Solly is going to take home the final point here at the Australian Grand Prix.
He was caught speeding in the pit.
Here are your podium celebrations. Wish I could say I had the time to do interviews, folks, but sadly I do have to go now. Thank you all Thank you to everyone who tuned in. Thank you to the guys who raced tonight. Fantastic job by everybody, especially our podium finishers again, Mike, Tonio, and Ched. I have been your host, Days Freak. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to tune in next week. Once again, same time for, I believe, not Austria. We've got I don't know where we're going to be at, but again, thank you for watching. Goodbye and good night.